Happy Devils Tuesday! This is the Let's Go Devils podcast. Post-game, the home finale. Devils win 4-3 in overtime over those big, bad Boston Bruins. They get their revenge. Hello, everyone. I am Sam Wu here with Scotty of SiriusXM Liquid Metal. Streaming live on Facebook Live, Twitter Live, YouTube Live, and Twitch on the Primetime Radio Network. Scotty, this is a very happy Devils Tuesday, as we were talking about this yesterday, that the Devils had to come out and they had to reorganize and forget about yesterday. And look, they have points in their last 5 of 6 games, if you want to stretch that stat.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good game today for the boys. Played real hard, much better than yesterday, where they just did not show up at all and, disappointed us mightily. But they came out for the home finale here and pick up a nice overtime win. Let's get to the recap. In the first, Pavel Zacha picked up his 14th goal of the year from Jack Hughes, his 19th, and Nico Hischier, his 3rd. On the power play, the Devils were going good on the power play there, had a couple good chances, 3 power plays in the first period. They end the period up 1-0. Then Bergeron gets his 21st in the second, and then our old friend Taylor Hall gets a little deflection going. Bergeron's was on the power play, so we gave up a power play goal. Second period, Jack Hughes took a nasty spill. Did not want to see that. Was a little frightened because he went right to the locker room. Miles Wood also took a puck to the hand. He went to the locker room as well. So those things we didn't like to see. However, in the third period, Jack Hughes comes back out, plays very, very well. Jesper Boquist gets his 4th goal in the third period, about halfway through, from Damon Severson, and Studenich, who is back in the lineup. That is his 1st assist. Boston comes back, ties the game again, and then Pavel Zacha has a shot, and it trickles through Halak, and it is literally just sitting on the goal line. And just as Nico Hischier is going there to tip it in, I cannot remember who exactly it was from the Bruins, but they swiped it out. But do not fret, because about a minute later, Yegor Sharangovich, the 2 guys that we have been saying shoot all year, well, Sharangovich comes back for a goal, his 16th, ties the score up again, 3-3. Damon Severson and Kevin Ball get the assist there. And then in OT, Pavel Zacha. Once again, he looked like he had the magic shot today. He gets his 15th. Jack Hughes gets his 20th assist. That's 2 assists on the day. And also Will Butcher right there. 3 stars of the game. Pavel Zacha should have had the Hattie, but he's got the 2-goal game. Yegor Sharangovich continues to impress. Yegor, Pavel, when you get the puck, like we say, shoot. Don't even just shoot. Don't worry about just shoot. Use those shots. And when I saw Sharangovich coming in there at the end, I knew he had that. I just knew he had that one. Jack Hughes gets the 3rd star for his 2 assists, shots on goal. Boston 15-12-9 for a total of 36. Devils 9-4-6, 2 in OT for a total of 21. Boston did kind of, I felt like, bullied the Devils around a little bit. They definitely held an edge in face-off, 64% to 35. They were 1 for 3 on the power play. We were 1 for 4 on the power play. 26 hits to 18. I'd say that's an edge over there to Boston. 11 blocks today, a little bit better there. Still 10 giveaways. But overall, the Devils come through, survive a scary moment with Jack Hughes, give the fans a nice home finale win in OT. Good way to send off everybody in this shortened season at home, where we know we have struggled mightily this season. So it was really good to see the boys come back, not get pancaked like they did yesterday and just get run over and flattened. But to come out and they play hard, they hustle, they stay with it. Tough game, lots of hitting. You can see them going after Jack Hughes a lot in the game, and he fought through it. And that was a scary collision. He kind of tripped, and Riley kind of tripped at the same time, and just the way they landed, Jack's face basically just hit right into the end boards there. It was a pretty scary sight, especially because he got up. It looked like his arm was hanging a little limp, and you're like, oh no, not a dislocated shoulder or something like that. And he just went right off the ice. Didn't even try to skate to the bench, just skated right to the corner to go off. So, a little worried there, but he comes through, picks up another assist, and I see him on the post game now. He's laughing and joking with Erica and Bryce. So, glad to see that he's back, and that he didn't take it in. Now we got to look to see what happened to Miles Wood, because I saw he did take a slap shot from the point. I guess it went off his hand. You saw him shaking it right when the Devils were about to go on a power play. And someone just scared the bejesus out of Jack Hughes. I don't know who that is right there. I can see real quick because it turned around and walked away. But maybe that was Alexander Holtz. I don't know. But overall, good game, fun game. The Devils played well. They actually played. That's what happened. See, if they lost tonight, I would have been able okay with it, because they put up a fight. They played hard. If the Bruins snuck one out from them in OT, okay, I see that I can live with. Monday's game, I can't live with that crap. That was just unacceptable. Today was a good game for the boys.
I'm watching two teams at once right now. With the Mets, with the whole thing with DeGrom, precautionary, with the MRI, and then seeing Jack Hughes, hit the boards like that. It was like, oh no. It's great to see him. He's a gritty guy. To get back up, go straight to the locker room, and come back in this game and play hard. I mean, again, they're out of the playoffs, but he came back in. He was definitely a factor. I don't like it when the Bruins, again, and other teams, they take they're showing a second-year player, some muscle and throwing them around and whatever. I don't like that, but what we found out yesterday, and I'll preface by saying this being sarcastic, it's only a $5,000 fine right now to just, do a cheap shot right back, and, honestly, that's another story, but that was ridiculous, on the NHL players. Leave it to a kid from Delbarton, George Paros, to make that call. I have to take a shot at it. But anyway, so I'm
right there with you on that.
Yeah. I was just making fun of Delbarton there. But anyway, so again, that needs to be addressed in the off season. It needs to be addressed now, but I just sometimes I don't know. It's they're getting better. Helps on the way, I would assume. Also, Halak was fuming. I see Justin said, "Yeah, again, I thought it was funny, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't think you should be throwing stuff. But overall, great game, and it's something to build on. And to the last game of the season, again, the fact that they again did not. If had they got blown out 5-0, I would have been like done. I'd be done with the Devils. I'd just wait till the draft at that point. But that shows me something. And Sharon Govich has been a pleasure to watch all season.
Sharon Govich has been great. Yeah, Yanni Kuokkanen has been good. The Jack Hughes, the chemistry that they all have there, it's really been fun to watch them grow. And Jack. He's gotten so much better. If you don't see it, I don't know. You're not watching the games. He's definitely gotten better. He's got more to learn, more to grow. He's going to get better, but he's definitely improved from last year. Pavel, Zacha, they've all improved. You've seen the steps that they're taking forward. One thing I didn't mention, and Benny, good eye on that. One disappointing thing is that Ty Smith was out of the lineup today again for an injury reason. So again, I don't know if they're just you're going to shut him down or whatever. There's only a couple games left. I don't know how serious it is or if he just tweaks something, if he's day to day. But you don't want to see any of these guys get hurt here in the last couple games as well. But you do want to see that compete. You want to see that effort. You want to see that play for them, which we were getting today. We didn't get on Monday, but we definitely got on Tuesday. And to just touch on it a little bit, because I'm sure everyone has seen it, Tom Wilson should not be in the NHL. That guy cannot. Yeah. He's not in control of himself. Like, just cannot be. It almost made me wish. And this guy, I've hated this guy for I don't know how long, for the elbows. But oh my God, I almost wish Ty Domi was on that team. Like if he was on the Rangers, and I would just love to see that. Tom Wilson seems to, I don't know, picking on Panarin. Like Panarin is not a fighter. He's not a big guy. Like, dude, grabbing his hair. Come on, like, are you like that? Is just
the optics was horrible. The whole situation is horrible. Even in old time hockey, he broke every single code right there. Yeah,
so he punched what's his name in the face when he was down too. Like, right,
you never hit anybody when they're down. It's over. It's done with. It doesn't matter if it's the new NHL, old NHL. It has no place in the game. Now, what pisses me off about Parros on this call was, first off, this guy has a track record. And we're talking about real safety where what if Panarin hit his head the wrong way on the ice and gets knocked out unconscious? Tom Wilson is extremely lucky that he didn't. And, when you talk about this game, back in the day, you would have the police, the players would police themselves. Right now, we don't have this. And when you don't stop it with just a $5,000 fine, which is a joke. And I love that the press release under the collective bargaining agreement maximum. Well, something needs to happen because honestly, the next Washington Capitals Rangers game, it's going to carry over. You mean
tomorrow? Yeah. You mean tomorrow? Yeah.
Carry over into that. And you know what? I wouldn't even blame Dave Quinn and the Rangers and put
every goon you got. Call every goon you got for we're going to sign someone from the KHL for a one-day contract.
Sign Ty Domi out of retirement.
Bring Ty Domi back for a day.
Where
I'm sure Ty would be ready to go, actually. Yeah.
It's not even for to defend your team. This is defending hockey, the sport itself, for that crap. And I don't know what George Parros is thinking. He was an enforcer in the NHL. He was a very good one. Won a Stanley Cup, all that. But you have to look at the whole body of work. You got the whole body of work needs to be examined. And when does it need to be some player getting killed at this point? Literally, before.
And this is one of your star. Listen, I don't like the Rangers. I'm a Devils fan,
Nobody does.
But I'm looking at this as a hockey fan. That is one of your star players in a league that is struggling, that you want to gain more fans, and you're gonna let some friggin' goon do that? You got
Scotty,
he is not in control of himself on the ice. And if you're not in the control of yourself, get off the ice. Just kind of like Joe Girardi the other day when he was like, if a pitcher can't pitch, if he can't get him off the mound, he shouldn't be there. Same thing. If you're freaking 6'5", 280 pounds, and you're picking on guys half your size, and you can't control yourself, get the hell off the ice, dude. Get off the ice.
Notice how, and I joked in the Let's Go Devils group, Tom Wilson and NFC. Again, it's just sarcasm. But notice how the Rangers went up and stuck up for each other and all that. I hate to ask this, Scotty.
Oh,
I think
we would have needed Jesper Bratt to step in there, of course, to take on Tom Wilson, who apparently is the only one who can do things like that.
Yeah. So, again, it's something to learn, but you know what? There are times where something like that happens. You, as a team, you've got to defend your teammate there, because there was two or three refs. Were there two linesmen? Or I don't know who was trying to hold him back, and he was still going while Panarin was down.
Dude, he's a maniac. He's a maniac, and he's a monster. He's a huge human being. He should not. If you cannot control yourself, if you cannot control your emotions like that, you need to get off the ice. You don't need another incident like friggin' Marty McSorley back in the day, or what the hell is his name, who cheap shotted that poor
Bertuzzi.
kid in the back of the friggin' Bertuzzi. You do not need those ugly stains on this game when you are trying to grow it again in a positive light for kids.
Yeah.
Hockey's for everyone, except for when you play against a goon. Don't give me that. That's Tom Wilson he deserves to be suspended, in my mind, indefinitely. He should not be on the ice. Without counseling, without going through all these protocols, without a major, massive fine, he should not be playing in any playoff games this year. That's what I would do. They need to at least suspend him for a portion of time. It is just ridiculous. And I saw the letter that the Rangers put out there, and good for them. They're right.
Yeah,
they're absolutely right.
I hate to say it. It's because it's the Rangers.
Yeah, I hate to say it. Yeah, exactly. You're making me agree with the Rangers. Damn you. I
know. That tells you how bad it is, Tom Wilson. But no, you have to agree. You have to agree. You know what, fans, kids should not even be seeing that. But
yeah. Hey, Andrew Boonin, who cares about the Rangers getting their butt kicked? Go Wilson. Yeah, let's see what you're saying when he's doing that to Jack Hughes. All right? Let's see what you're saying when Tom Wilson does that to Jack Hughes.
Oh, wait a second. Didn't he do something already to Devils players in the past? He has a track record. He has a track record. Dude
should be suspended. Whether he comes back or not, I don't know. But that is suspension. That is beyond suspension.
I honestly thought it's going to be borderline expulsion. That's how that's what I thought last night. But just to hear only a $5,000 fine and hide behind because of the collective bargaining agreement, the maximum allowed. With that track record, he should be a 15th time offender.
Yeah.
$5,000? Unbelievable.
Ridiculous.
Benny.
That was just. I just think that's gross. I just don't like that for the game. I'm all about guys fighting and having a good scrum and a good throwdown and stuff like that. Not like that. That's just gross. That was just gross.
No, I'm actually glad Panarin's okay, because dude,
that was scary.
If
his helmet was off.
Yeah. It's just Andrew, shut up. I'm sorry. I enjoyed the old days myself, but even the old days had a code, an unwritten code.
It's not old time hockey. That's goon hockey.
Yeah, what you talked about the Donald Brashear incident with Marty McSorley. That has nothing to do with hockey. They're using a stick as a weapon, or the Bertuzzi, that is the Steve Moore, that ended his career. There was lawsuits involved. Honestly, I think was the McSorley one where the Vancouver police got involved.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. This is it's almost at that stage, So
I would not put it past them, to the Rangers, to do something if they Really feel that? A team like really feels that? Yeah.
I would because if the league's not going to send a message as a team, I would, and I bet you get all the teams in the NHL. I'm not so sure about the Caps, but And how about you, Ted Leonis? Why don't you do something about it? You seem like a fair guy, former chairman of AOL, which now is owned by the Devils. Why don't you do something about it and be like, hey, why don't you sit the bench?
Woo!
I don't know.
Well,
I mean, that's what I would do.
Yeah, it's just annoying. It's just gross, and it's just a stain on the league, and it shouldn't be there. And they had a chance to get it right, and they screwed it up. Much like the Devils did on Monday, they screwed it up. They screwed it up big time. But today they came back. I actually just saw the highlight of Pavel Zacha putting home that backhand goal. Man, was he looking good today. I really wish he got that Hattie. That one. Well, actually, Nico probably would have got it, tipping it home. But, man, that shot, it looks good. Him and Sharangovich, shoot, guys. Shoot. I love to see it. I feel like they're getting it, and they're just starting to whip it. And that's all they need to do. And I don't know. I'm starting to sell myself on the idea of Pavel Zacha being Kyle Palmieri's replacement. If he can... finally getting this production going, getting on this like mid-20 goal pace per year, man, I like that. I like this chemistry between Igor and Jack. There's good
what I
things
saw
going. What'd you see?
How about Damon Severson's heads-up pass to Jesper Bratt, and he had that one-on-one with. Well, I think there was I forgot who came back to help out. But Halak made the save. What a heads-up play to push it up the ice. That transition again. I'm a student of the game. I love the first breakout pass by the D-man. Oh yeah, and to have it
Butcher and Carrick and I don't know what it's been, but since they've come in the lineup, you've seen changes all through the defense. I feel like everyone's been playing with a little bit different sense, and I don't know why that is, to tell you the truth. Definitely more block shots, that's for sure.
Hey, you got to clog the lanes, the passing lanes and shooting lanes and everything. I mean, you got to
maybe it's the Kevin Ball effect. I don't know. Like, good to see him get another assist today. But yeah, we like what we're seeing here. Oh man, Sharangovich. I knew after that Zacha shot trickle too, I was just like, they're gonna get one. I just knew they were gonna get one. And when I saw Jackie slip that puck up to Sharangovich, and he was already behind the defense. Oh man, I knew it. Shoot that puck, you two. Pavel Zacha, Igor Sharangovich. Shoot. That's what I say, Samu.
Some of the comments. I got to go to YouTube Live. I forgot to go to YouTube Live. Not that I don't love you, YouTube Live. Just only got one thing in front of me.
Craig Best is saying, what a backhand by Zacha and the Jaeger bombs. Yeah, they were great. I mean, they were on fire today. They really did. You could just tell, like I said, Pavel Zacha, he was seeing it. He was feeling it. And it just seems to be happening more and more on a consistent basis. And, of course, we knew that was going to happen once he got Nico back in the fold, Like, Nico is one of those guys who just makes people around him better. And they're looking good, man. They got 3 more games left. The Islanders lost to the Sabres tonight in a shootout. So Boston is now still a point ahead of them. And I think Boston has a game in hand. So the Islanders, the next 2 games, they're going to come out, ready to roll. So, once again, like we were over the weekend when we were riding high on our 3-game win streak, and then we came here on Monday and got our tails kicked. But we came back on Tuesday and played more as we expect our team to play, obviously against better competition. Well, the competition is now staying the same with the Islanders, who are going to be hungry, desperate for those points to try and jump up in the seeding and not fall back. So let's see. Now, retest, boop, take 2. Here we go, guys. You got a new team coming in that you haven't seen the night before, much like Boston did on Monday. Good team, playoffs, looking for seeding, going to be playing hard. What can you do? Are you going to sleepwalk through the game and get run over? Or are we going to see the continuation of what we saw in Philly, what we saw here tonight, and continue that through? Try to build that consistency and get rid. I know it's the end of the season, but still, it's nice to see. We talked about it yesterday. Monday was unacceptable. Today, if they lost, I would have been fine with it. I would have been okay with it. Don't want to see them lose. We always talk about that. We want to see the wins, but I would have been okay with the effort. So tomorrow, right? No, Thursday, right? Thursday's the next time they play. So Thursday they play against the Islanders on Long Island. We know we've been a better road team. We've got 3 road games left. Can you come out and continue with the effort you put on in this game through 3 periods, not just 20 minutes, through 3 periods, continue that effort against a team that is still hungry. And I don't know, maybe they might rest a few people, but they are. I mean, the race for this division, the Caps and the Pens both got 71. The Bruins have 69. And the Isles have 68. So they're all real close to each other here in this division. So it'll be fun. That's what I want to see. Can our team continue, and take this into the next game? Bring this good feeling, Yeah, we did it against the Flyers, but we know next year, even though it would be cool, I know we were talking about it on the Big Sunday show, doing more of a series baseball type season, where you do play 2 or 3 games in a row against one team. I'm sure we'll get our home and homes, but I don't know if they're going to change the schedule that much next year. So it's going to be, again, where you don't have, we're used to this team because we played them twice already. We know what's coming. It's going to be a different team each night. So bringing that from game to game without having to jumpstart it halfway through the second period, Can our boys do that on Thursday against the Islanders? Big test. Big test
Good
this
question.
late in the season. Big
Plus,
test
we get to see some of our old buddies.
We do.
Yeah.
Mr. Zajac. Hello, Trav. How you doing? Kyle Palmieri. Still looking for a contract. How's Kyle doing? Yeah. Should have had some South Park stuff when he was on the Devils. But yeah, it'll be good to see Lou and company come. We'll be going over there. We'll see how they're doing. I know you're gonna have to pick a playoff team to follow. We're gonna have to do our playoff bracket as well. We'll see who wins again. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe we have to come up with a prize for whoever wins our playoff bracket. We'll have to. No, you're not getting my jersey, but I don't know. We'll see. We have some other cool
Beer
stuff.
Baron's jersey.
Maybe because we'll get Nikki to make him a new one, and then we'll just take his other one. That's what we'll do. But playoff bracket, don't worry if you were around last season. We had one, big fun, everyone plays, and then we get a little prize package together. Ray Leo was our big winner last year, and we brought him on the show and discussed our Stanley Cup Finals and everything like that. So when the playoffs come, don't worry, we'll put the link up and everything like that. It'll be one of those, free to play. You just kind of do the bracket, and whoever comes closest, whoever gets the most points, we'll see what we got for you.
Oh, yeah. Well, stick with us. I'll be back tomorrow night. Stay the Fan address at 8:30 p.m. Eastern with Nick Villano, Pucks and Pitchforks blog editor-in-chief. And Scotty and I will be back post-game after Devils Islanders on Thursday. Well, Scotty, great podcast.
Great podcast. And Benny, by the way, we're still waiting on an update on Miles Wood's hand. He did. We talked about it real quick. He did leave, but I have not seen an update just yet. He did not return to the ice like Jack Hughes did. Miles Wood did not.
Yep. And Art, he in the YouTube live, he asked, well, when is the deadline for player protection? I don't know, but we'll find out. Do you know the deadline for player protection?
Oh, for Seattle. Oh, we got to look into that. Yeah, we got to look into that. I think is it before the playoffs start or is it after? I have to, you know what? Art, we will look into it Thursday when we come back for the Islanders game. We'll have all that info for you, and we could, that'll definitely be something we'll start talking about on the Sunday edition and stuff like that. So if you got questions, we've already talked about our good friend Andres Johnson, possibly being a future Seattle Kraken, but we'll see. We'll get to the bottom of all that stuff and draft and all that good stuff, once the season does conclude.
Yeah, the Let's Go Devils podcast. It's like Radio Shack back 20 years ago. You've got questions, we've got answers. I used to work there. And when I was in college, I used to have to pick up the phone like that. Anyway, till next time, let's go Devils. Enjoy the night.